Good evening, Relentless Racing League race fans, everybody else out there tonight. We are live tonight for the Michael Benenati 150 here at Charlotte. Got a little bit of practice left going. I'm turning it down. Looks like I'm really loud out there. Turn it down just a bit. There we go. Moomin Rider 35. Appreciate the follow. If I said it wrong, correct me, please. I do have speech issues sometimes. Get tongue twister too. Alright, let's turn that game chat down. We got that going. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. What they saying. And I'm going to bring up this race is very, very, very special to one certain individual that is racing tonight. Get that cleared off there. Get back to it. Get it brought up. So if he is, make sure. See, I think he's in the pits right now. See if we can jump over to his car. Get zoomed in on him real quick. There we go. Let's bring up Mr. Tyler, who has brought in this race as a dedication to one of his dear close friends who unfortunately ended too soon. Tyler, why don't you, got you up here for a moment before we start this race, why don't you just give us a little background of your history of everything with you and Mr. Michael?
So Michael is a good friend of mine and coworker who unfortunately lost his life the 16th in a motorcycle accident. He was a bright kid, had a real bright future, just came home from MMI to go working at our Harley dealership as a technician, and unfortunately he never got that chance.
Well, as bad as that saying is, it's always the good die young. So he, I'm sure they'll find a pretty good use for him upstairs.
I sure hope so.
Well, we're in Charlotte. How you feel about this track?
I've always loved driving at Charlotte. I've always struggled racing here, but sometimes we can have some magic happen. Maybe Mike will be in the car with me tonight, and we can get something done.
Right now you're looking whereabouts. Now you ain't really tried. It don't look like you just been riding around. So this practice 20th and practice don't count to nothing. It's where you're at when that checker flag drops.
Hey,
Well,
I was running a flying lap when I set that lap time, and unfortunately I got blocked halfway through. So we can see what I can pull together here.
well, at least we're not at Wilkesboro anymore. I'm glad that's over.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Well, brother, I'm gonna shoot you back down there, man, and we'll try to put on a good show for you may have known him. It's a Moomin Rider 35. He's came out with a follow. It kind of got a maybe a motorcycle guy name to it, or a girl. You never know these days. But all right, man. Good luck tonight, and we'll keep everything hopefully green.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me up here.
See if we can send them down high side racing. I think we got him to the right spot. See, race control. All right, well, looks like it's Mr. Isaac ain't gonna be here. He's got a few things going on. See if we can bounce around the track a little bit. Mr. Kobe right now is sitting in a pretty good practice speed, 29.9. But Mr. Ed Morris and Davey Hendricks, who's had a rough week, I'm pretty sure he's glad to be done with Newark's Wilboro too. Is that was very rough for all of us. We can bounce it back out a little bit. We got about 38 seconds before we're gonna drop at qualifying and get rolling. So without any further ado, take a hat off moment for the national anthem, brought to you by the Hutchison brothers, who will be playing live to Saturday night after the Xfinity race at Nashville Superspeedway.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, as we're seeing right now, they put in that qualifying. Let's get that other off of there. There we go. Nobody's really turned in a lap yet. I think the first one that's going to be able to time it in is going to be Mr. Josh Van Gore, and we're going to see how he does. Get that audio kicked back up. Well, Kobe looks like he's putting in a pretty good first time at 30.04. And for some reason, it don't not seem like that game sound is where it needs to be. Well, Kobe's holding strong to it. And right now, we got second, sitting with Ed Morris. Hendricks stuck in third. Van Gore's running it in fourth. So we can get this game sound turned up a little bit. We're still recovering from everything that happened a few weeks ago. Somebody that's going to be one to watch tonight. It's going to be Brandon Banks. Now, tonight is a double points patriotic paint scheme. So if you see a car that you think's got a pretty good paint scheme, or you got a friend that's out there with one, let me know and we'll ride along and check them out for a little bit. Brandon Banks and Brendan Schaefer, they are going to be a pair to watch. But with that said, you cannot forget Drew Holman, Josh Van Gore, and Davey Hendricks. As Jesse was able to sneak in and take that P3. Clark's going to have to settle in ninth. I know we got a field of, let's see, about 13 or 18 out there. Matthew Newbrough, who was setting a pretty good time during practice. Fixing to see if he can get that lap in and get him a decent starting spot. DBR, they've been pretty strong this whole series. Alright, that's about gonna wound it up. I don't see any more. We got like 5 more times up. Qualifying's over. Let's take a look at where we are at with that grid tonight. Starting out on the pole, it's going to be Colby. Second is Ed Morris. Third is going to be Jesse Perez, Brandon Banks, Davey Hendricks, Nathan Fuller, Brandon Schaefer. P8's going to belong to Josh Van Gore. Ninth's going to roll over to Brandon Park. 10th is Drew Holman. 11th's Jason Hastings. 13th's going to be Gatlin Downey. Joseph Nelback, a rookie coming into Relentless Racing League tonight, is going to be starting out in 13th. Mr. Tyler is going to be in 14th. 15th is going to be Michael Newbraw. 16th is Cody Kinsey. Zach Bucher is going to be starting in 17th. Matt Thorns, the Super Speedway King, is going to be in 18th. Edwin Morris Sr. is going to be wrapping it out in 19th. So let's take a quick look at some of these schemes tonight if we can get to them in time. Took a little start loading in. We're Ed Morris, Davey Hendricks, and that bright color Lucas Oil. Nathan Fuller. Josh Van Gore in that patriotic AWG scheme. Brandon Park, so we'll get another closer look at that. Two Tones. Drew Holman in that Valvoline 6. Jason Hastings, I believe that is, trying to look at it, Wounded Warrior Project. It's a good one right there. Gatlin Downey. Home Depot. Joseph now back in that Car Quest. And of course we've got Tyler there supporting the Michael Benenati scheme there on his hood. You can see him getting those hands warmed up, moving back and forth. Michael Newbraw. That Trump Brothers Racing. Cody Kinsey in the 15 or the 93. That Amco kind of got that Valvoline throwback with it too. Matt Thorns, he's got the Bandit. Ed Morris in his north-south staple. Almost lost it there a little bit. And Christopher Wages, 13, Stump and Stump. Stumps are us. Stump and Stumps. Well, normally I've got Tony in here with me. He's having to do race control, but I've got the privilege of having Mr. Super Speedway King Matt Thorns joining with me. Matt, how's that race looking out there?
What's going on, man? I don't know. Hey, we'll see. I'm just gonna hang out here in the back and turn some laps. The car's a little bit of a handful here at Charlotte. Let's see how it goes. Kind of get a little loose in the turns for me. I don't have a lot of seat time in these Gen 4s, so it's probably me.
Make sure you turn cars or turn laps and not cars.
I'm gonna try to.
That green flag's gonna drop. You think Kobe and Ed's gonna make a good showing tonight? You think we're gonna have a sleeper come up there?
We'll see. It's a little bit of a long race. We just need to get out here and get settled in and just turn some laps and see how this thing goes.
Kobe's car did not look like it's wanting to cooperate with him, as Morris just got a shot around him. Got a nice little battle back towards the back. between about 11th and 15th. McStallion Gaming is rating with a
boy.
party of 20.
Big checkup back here.
Holy smokes. McStallion, appreciate that. What ups, man? If you're just coming into it with the Michael Benenati Memorial 150 for the Patriotic Scheme throwback here at Charlotte with the Gen 4. You think as the race goes on, Matt, that car is going to settle in, or you think it's going to be fighting tonight?
You know, I didn't put enough laps on tires during the practice session. So I normally tend to like a car with a little bit older tires on it. So we'll see. Seems like everybody's got it held together right now.
We've got a battle breaking out right now between Brandon Schaefer and Brandon Park. They've got their eyes set on Josh Van Gore up there sitting in P7, so about 7th through 10th. It's going to be a pretty close battle right there. 100 laps here at Charlotte. We finally went away from Norks Wheelbarrow. Tempers have somewhat simmered down. You think there's going to be any carrying over?
You know what? Yes, I do. I think a lot of people were upset at people during North Wilkesboro, so we'll see how it plays out next week. You know, next week for Cups, just the all-star race, so it's not a points race or anything. I'm not sure about the other series. I think they're running regular points races.
A lot of us are off next week. I believe Cup and Arca is the only thing running next week.
Oh, really? I have not looked at the schedules.
You just staying back there in the back. You finally got to wear around Senior.
He blinked out pretty bad for a long time, then he showed up way, way back behind me. He was in front of me and blinked out. I was a little scared there for a little bit.
That battle is still rolling back there towards the back. If you keep up the pace you're going, you're liable to end up in it here in a minute. You've got 3 of them battling it out. Schaefer, Van Gore, and Park for that 7th, 8th, and 9th position. Schaefer's trying to put it on the inside of Fuller right now.
I think what's going to happen is we're going to get some laps on these tires, and the people that are pushing it are going to fall off pretty quick and start to get pretty loose. That's going to be my guess.
Well, this is everybody's first track, so it's one of the ones you've got to start, get your grind in on.
Oh, yeah. And Charlotte's pretty big favorite for a lot of drivers. You know, it's a fun track. It's not a hard track. It's hard to be really fast, but it's not a hard track to race. I'm a big fan of Charlotte.
Well, I'm actually surprised it's been keeping it pretty clean, as Christopher Wage is just trying to overtake Michael Newbrock going out into 1 and 2, and he hits him. Hendricks seems to be just running his own race. He's by himself. I mean, the top 5 pretty much got a pretty good cushion. But we've got it starting to stir up as Park's looking to go to the outside of Van Gore, trying to get him figured out. Now, Van Gore's had promise, but he's kind of been caught up in exceptional innocent bystanders, so...
Yeah, join the club.
I still want to give that major shout out to McStallion Gaming, man. Coming in raiding with a party of 20. Welcome
Wow.
to the Relentless Racing League SBRN.
Absolutely.
I've got to act a little bit more professional now. We've got the normals ain't out there. It's still that battle right there is still brewing on. Bangor Park, and now you've got Jason Hastings who's putting himself into the picture. Jason's running that Wounded Warrior Project scheme.
Great organization.
Oh, definitely.
I wish I had the time. I wish I had the free time to do some volunteer work for them, because that's what I'd like to do.
Oh, when Park gets into the wall a little bit, keeps it off. One thing about these ARCA cars, they can take a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, problem is when they get on the wall, they just stick there like a magnet. It's hard to get them off.
Go, these two are battling it out. Bangor's going up high, Park's going on the inside of them. Bangor's got the run, Park's got the line.
Man, somebody threw the grass up here on the front stretch. That Downey, number 13.
And it looks like Tyler's starting to come under a little bit of pressure from Christopher Wages. And of course, you've got a pretty good view. You've got, oh, he's back up into the wall. Get down, Matt, get down.
Try to give this guy underneath me room.
Putting it 3 wide, coming through the tri-oval. Scariest place to pass on the whole track, my opinion, right there in that tri-oval. And Park and Fuller, Bangor are still battling it out. Fuller's got a little bit of breathing room, but like you said, I think the tires are going to start falling off, and you're going to see everybody having to readjust their line completely. 16 laps out of 100. Not too many position changes. The biggest mover right now is Christopher Wages. He's up 8 spots. Started out in 21st, up to 13th. We seem to be doing a little bit of green flag racing, so we're going to take a break real quick. Shout out to Martin Sports. Man, that apparel they sent me is awesome. And that shirt is comfortable. So make sure y'all check them out and get you some swag from them if you need it. Well, Matt, you're kind of back there all by yourself.
Yep. It's kind of riding right now. I'm not out here to race. I'm just out here to turn some laps.
All right, looks like we've got some starting to hit pits. I don't know if
Already?
I don't know if we're coming up on what's the pit window looking like right now.
I got 8.7 laps left.
8-7 in pit, so they may be trying to short pit this in about 20 laps. I mean, that's short and you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got five sets of tires, so I mean, set of tires every 20 laps probably work out.
Probably. It is getting a little tight on entry, that's for sure.
We are starting, it looks like, with green flag pit stops. We've got Kobe, the leader. He relinquished it coming into pits. And Morris has took it over. The battles have kind of brewed down. There ain't too much going on. We've got Fuller and Park. Too close there. Hastings, Vangor. That's about our closest battle we've got right now.
Oh, oh.
Kinsey looks like he's off track. And he went straight to pits. No caution. I believe you might have been right back there with that when that happened.
I did, yeah, I was. It happened a little bit in front of me. No caution, though. They gathered it up.
Quarter of the way down, 23 out of 100 in the books. I'm going to jinx it, caution free.
It's actually surprising with these cars. They're a little bit of a handful here, but everybody seems to be running pretty good.
I think everybody may have got out of their system this past week at Wilkesboro.
Good Lord, I hope so. I did not have the race I wanted, that's for sure, last night.
Yeah, I didn't have a good one Tuesday either. But we won't talk about that one. The fact that my gas pedal and brake slid halfway across the floor didn't help.
Is that what happened?
That was part of it. Oh yeah, you got the leaders. Everybody's starting to pit. Our top 9 have not. Top 10. Right now, Edwin Moore is sitting in P10, the last one. And it sounds like he's getting ready to head on into the pits. A little bit of a battle going on between Jesse and Brandon. And that battle is over as here we go with top 5, 6, 7. They all coming in. Time it gets cycled and rotated.
Yeah. For some tires.
If he pits right here, he's going to not get the lead, but it looks like Ed Morris, Sr., is going to relinquish and take the lead. He is yet to pit, so he's getting him some bonus points.
They all count, no matter how you get them.
Hey, we saw in the Cup last year, 1 point made or break somebody getting to the playoffs.
I think that same person missed it by 2 points this season.
Morris is still holding on to the lead. He's got a pretty good gap on Kobe, but he's going to have to be coming to pit here soon. I mean, Puppy Jake, 2003. Appreciate on that follow there. But Yeah, Morris is eventually going to have to come in because he's
He
running.
got to be running low.
Yeah, he said, and there he is.
There he is. He going in.
Yep. He started smelling those fumes, knew it was time to head on in. He got him a couple laps led, so that's going to hand it over to Kobe, and Kobe has just completely opened up the door and ran away right now. 7-second lead over Ed Morris. But when everybody cycles back around, it should simmer back to how it was before green flag pit stops. No cautions came out. Nobody went really a lap down. Only one right now a lap down is going to be Brandon Banks, Christopher Wages, and Cody Kinsey. And I believe Cody was having issues with his car, so that was why he went down. He's not showing up on the screen anymore. Somebody just blew up.
Uh-oh. I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm pretty surprised we have not had a caution yet. I probably just jinxed it, but oh well.
Let me turn them up a little bit there, Colt. Colt saying you're quiet. Yeah, we'll turn you up just a tad. It's not a battle for position, but it is a battle right there between Kobe. Where did he go? Anyway, Fuller keeps jumping back and forth. It's throwing off my SDK. I don't know what's going on with him. But nobody really battling it out. About the closest we've got. Let's roll through the field and see who's close to who. Yeah, about the closest we've got. That's going to be Drew Holman and Jason Hastings. Pablo Ura. Appreciate the follow there. Thanks for swinging by. There's the battle fixing to him right there as we talked about, Matt. They passing through the tri-oval. Hastings barely touches that grass. Oh, a little contact there between them, and Holman is going to have to let out a little bit from getting into the wall. You can see as Tyler was coming back on track out of pit. 35, 100 in the books. No cautions. I'm very surprised. That battle right there is not for position, but if it was, Christopher would be giving him a run for his money. Yeah, it's been pretty peaceful so far. I really was not expecting this out of this race.
I wasn't either.
Especially coming out of Wilkesboro this week. I figured we'd have a few still wanting to have the gloves on. Hendricks is starting to close the gap on his teammate, Ed Morris. Jesse's fixing to have his hands full with Brandon Schaefer. So we fixing to start seeing some battling pick up as these tires are starting to drop a little bit. I mean, Kobe pitted 6 laps before everybody else on lap 21. Everybody else is from 26 and up. So give our rookie Mr. Joseph Nelbeck little airtime. Appreciate him joining in the league. First race in ARCA tonight. Right now, there's not too many left on the lead lap, or too many a lap down. So we can flop that over. Yeah, we got about 13 still on the lead lap. Downey's going to be the last one. Oh, and Kobe is in the wall.
Oh, somebody just came on the radio and apologized to him. I'm not sure what happened.
I think that might have been Christopher Wages, possibly. Let's jump it back and see. Man, that was not what he was wanting. He got kind of, we can jump a little bit on that.
There's
Oh,
oh,
Morris seems to have got a little loose coming out of the tri-oval. Looks like the back end of that car kicked. And I'm pretty sure that's going to end. Kobe's not. Yeah, you can see Morris loose trying to keep it in. Morris takes a lick in the wall too. Hendricks almost got caught up in it. Almost got into his teammate.
I'm gonna park it and watch the race.
I'm pretty sure Kobe's not too thrilled with that.
No, he disconnected. Let's go back and see what happened here.
It looks like coming out the trial, but what we talked about, one of the hardest places to pass. It looks like fives got loose and came down into him. Well, the ARCA chat's going to be lit up tonight, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm certain of that.
First caution halfway through the race, almost 42 of 100 in the books. Leader took out.
Yeah, it looked like the 5 car just got a little loose, exiting the quad oval, and then Kobe just kind of came up and probably thought he was going to be a little higher than he was, but just shot up the track. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure if I'd put that all on the 5 car, you know. Yeah, he got loose, but
yeah, we know Morris ain't a dirty driver anyway, so
he is not.
but he was stuck in the middle of a Morris sandwich. But the man's still on the move, and that's going to be Christopher Wages. He's still up 8. Hadn't gained much since last time, hadn't lost much. I knew if we kept saying caution, we was going to have one.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure race control has got their hands full. Or it's got him some damage out of that also. So well, re-racking them. 44, we're gonna be green at 45. Morris is a little bit ahead of the pace car. I know. I think he's coasting there trying to save some fuel. Well, I'll run to this. Well, no, we ain't enough time
Where's
on the
my
lights out.
boy? There's my boy Davey. Oh, look at this. North-south sitting front row. What's up? Let's go, boys.
Well, we're gonna see how it plays out right there. Oh, that high side
Oh,
checks
wow.
up.
Big bump. What was that?
Oh, and 55 is in the wall, and caution is going to come right back out. Brandon Schaefer involved, flipping. 49. Oh, we've got Joseph Nailback, Jason Hastings, Christopher Wages. He had been doing good. Pace car clears them both. That's somebody right there missed gear on that restart. That high side is completely checked up, and I believe it was going to fall on who was starting in P4 at the time.
Let's see what happened to that 59. Is that 59 or 55?
It was 55, I believe. Schaefer. That's just a bad checkup all around. And I'm not for sure.
Honestly, I don't think. Oof, man. I don't know. That was a bad situation there. I don't think Barney was waving the green flag. I think Barney hit the flag and he got rear-ended at the same time. I think the guy behind him went a little early.
Yeah, it's looking like who was that? Who was that? I can't
Oh yeah,
make out.
the 4 car. I think went a little early.
Well, being on that outside, you got to watch when you restart. So he may have thought Hendricks was going to go, and Hendricks didn't go, and that checked
And
Schaefer up and that whole top side up.
Yeah, and I think the 55 tried to gather it back up. And I'll tell you what, on these Gen 4s, when the RPMs start to rev up, if you're not careful, it'll break that rear end loose and just turn you.
Fuller got the tires of 2. And I'm actually going to have to say I think Hastings got the worst end of that deal as he got on top of the 1. There was quite a few. I believe Schaefer, I believe he might be done for him tonight off after that one. Wow, 42 laps with no caution. Then the pace car, I don't even think the pace car got stopped on pit road. He just kept riding on through. He took
Yeah,
a pass through.
probably. Pace driver's like, damn man, I wanted a cold beer. It's a lot of work.
Pace car done a pass through. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we can see who all we've got in here in Discord tonight. Fuller was in the mix of that. Is Fuller back out on the field and back on the track? Yeah, Fuller's back out on the track. Yeah, that was just a rough restart completely right there.
Yeah, it was. It really was. Davey down on the apron. Is he trying to save fuel or something? What's he doing?
Take a little ride along with them and see. Oh yeah, he's saving it. He is coasting right through. Yep, he's in fuel save mode.
Yeah. Let's see. They can. When did he last pit? 42. I know. He may be able to make it one more stop if he can save. So if he can save fuel, and we know Davey can save tires.
Stanley, Kobe got involved wrecking the trioval when somebody got loose, and that was about all it wrote. That was heartbreaking for Kobe too, because he was running a good race, had nearly a 7-second lead open. Well, halfway through it,
Like pace car should be ducking down for this restart.
maybe the pace car will get to actually park its time.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, that restart looks a whole lot better. And right when I said that, got one doing donuts. He got a little loose. Caution flag is not out. Let him know there's a car slowing the tri-oval.
Bay green.
It's staying green. He's up and going. Hendricks, Morris, Park, Price, and Vanguard.
Oh, Davey in the grass. Fine though.
All right, tri-oval's not going to need mode after this race.
No, it's not. Gonna need some sod, I think.
There ain't much of a battle really breaking out anywhere. I'm starting to see a little bit of pressure from Michael Newbraw on Josh Vanguard. And Jesse is fixing to be right there under attack from both of them.
We're single filed out here real quick. We need some side by side racing.
Need some, as Tony says, some spiciness. Schaefer, he's still on the lead lap. He's recovered, but he's all the way back in 11th. The top four are starting to break away and run their own race. Bangor is by himself. He's got Michael behind him and Holman behind Michael. Biggest mover right now, that's going to be that 56 of Michael Newbraw, who was up 9 positions. I'm pretty sure he's making that Drunken Bros Racing proud right now.
I think that 38 and that 7 just going to work together till the end of this race.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a hard duo to get by.
Yeah, absolutely. They're teammates. They're in Discord together.
But we've seen Brandon
Looks
Park.
like Brandon Priest is catching up here. He's on the same pit cycle.
Yep.
Josh Vangor's not far behind him either. I'm sorry.
Jesse Priest.
Jesse Priest at P4. I was reading that wrong.
Brandon Priest and Jesse Park.
Brandon, yeah, exactly. Been a long day, man.
Like Parks trying to get a run. Almost had it too fast. I think he's just trying to make some moves.
Yeah, it looked like he had to back her down there just a little bit.
Now, how was the draft feeling on this track?
I didn't really play around with it while I was out there. I didn't really get in the draft while I was in practice nor the race. So I couldn't tell you. Obviously, it's going to play a factor, I feel. I just don't know how much of a factor it's going to play.
It's playing something.
I also wasn't in a lot of dirty air while I was out there, so I can't really comment on that,
Something's working as Priest has got up to nearly a second and a half away from Bangor. As this field's pretty much spread out. Oh, and the 55 came in hot on Fuller. Goes into the wall. Park is trying his best to figure out which line he wants to get around Morris.
He's working on it.
You can see Park's tires must be a little bit better.
He's driving it in deep there in 3, that's for sure. I did feel that outside line was a little bit faster than that inside line, but you're probably going to save tires on the inside line a little bit better than the outside.
What's that battle
And
right
that may be what the 8's doing. Just kind of hanging back, saving tires. Oh,
Park in the wall.
Brandon Park's in the wall a little bit.
You know something I've noticed? These cars, if they hit the wall, it don't seem to slow them down too much, but the damage is going to what slow you down. I think Park kind of lost a little bit of the run is if letting Priest catch up with him, but Newproft's caught up with Bangor, and they're two fixing to battle out for that top 5. I think Jesse may just be saving some tires.
All right. Well, should we tell them it's a little boring and they need to tighten it up, start racing hard?
I don't know. Maybe we'll just start saying cautions and Schaefer's putting moves on Fuller on the outside or Holman. Right, 4 and 6 looked alike there for a second. And Hastings able to make a pretty decent recovery considering he got ramped on that caution restart. Yeah, they've spread it out. About the real only battle we've got going on right now is going to be between Bangor and Newbraw. They've been battling it out for the past few laps.
Go back and take a look at that. Newbraw's gonna put it on the inside. They got to run. Oh, leaning on each other a little bit. I think Newbrow may have got a little loose there in the turn. Gave Bangor Bangor got a little loose.
$30 to go, 1 caution in.
Oh, starting to get some pits. It sounds like.
This is right about where it needs to be.
That was someone from 15 laps down. Let's see, the leaders last pitted on lap 42 from P1 through 6. Lap 42 got about 20, what did I say, about 28 laps. So, yeah. Getting time. Did have some caution laps in there, you know, save fuel and stuff, so. I don't know how much they could save under caution.
We know they can at least go 40, so we'll be looking probably, let's say, what, around 83? Here in about the next 5-10 laps, we'll start seeing some green flags.
I think the window's around 27. They should be. I think the leaders should be coming in shortly. next few laps. Could be wrong.
Jesse, oh, I think Brandon's coming into the pits. So Jesse got a real good run on that one. Yeah, Brandon's coming into the pits. So there we go. We starting green flag pit stops. Park's going to be the first one. Van Gore's coming in with them.
Now, if it stays green, this will be the last stop. I think I'd try to run it dry. Leader's coming in.
If Hendricks is coming in, that means Morris is... No.
Morris is going to run out there and run and lead a lap. He hasn't yet.
Oh, we got Fuller and Schaefer battling it out now. That P2
Absolutely.
and 3. Schaefer's fighting that car on the high side, but he's making it work for him. So he's able to get around Fuller and take that P2.
Brandon Schaefer, new leader. He pitted last 48, so he's got a little bit extra gas in the tank than everybody else.
Well, he's not going to use it to his advantage as he comes on in.
Davey is 38 is barreling through the field.
And he's got Park right there behind him.
Absolutely. Here comes Ed Morris out of pits. Oh, he lost a lot of time there. I think that extra lap may have killed him.
Jesse's in hot pursuit. Schaefer's coming into the pit, so that's going to let it back over to Hendricks. Hendricks, Park, Tyler, lap car ahead of him. Tyler looks like he's going to be staying high. Jesse is putting some pressure on.
Absolutely, he is. You know, he's taking a peek under his in the inside.
Oh, he ain't peeking. He swung the door wide open. He's taking it.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna get that run off that high line there. Oh no, I think he may have tapped the wall a little bit.
He slides right into P2. Clean pass right there through the tri-oval.
That was.
Now he's got his eyes set on Hendricks, but Hendricks is a tough one to try to get around.
He is. I don't think I've been racing with Hendricks for a couple years now. I've raced with him. I've watched him race. I don't know that I've ever seen another driver, and I'm not saying they're not out there. Sure, there are plenty of them, but that is as fast and as consistent as Davey. He's just an extremely consistent driver, and fast at the same time.
You see Ed Morris, he's kind of there by himself in fourth. Everybody's pretty much spread out. Got a little bit of a battle brewing between Nathan Fuller and Drew Holman. It's going to be the battle for the 7th and 8th position.
To go.
Schaefer and Vanguard going at it, 5th and 6th.
You know, if I don't know if it'll ever happen, but you know, maybe some stage racing in the ARCA series would be okay. I don't know though. The races are a little shorter than normal, so this is one of the longer ones because it's Charlotte. Relentless always does a long Charlotte race for all the series.
Well, look at Morris. Morris is starting to catch up with Parks. Now, you think there could be a chance there that Hendricks is trying to control the pace, and then his teammate catch up?
You know, I think if that was the case, that I think we'd see the double alt and 33, you know, start closing that gap a little bit. I don't think they're going to hang out back there while Davey lets Ed catch up. Ed's fast now. Ed's real fast.
His last lap is 10,000ths of a second
33 quicker. Had a little bobble there coming out of 4. Gave Ed that run.
Yeah, at 33, I think he does hurt any kind of momentum he had going.
Absolutely, he did. I don't know if he was running too hard there after pits and kind of burned his stuff up real quick. I don't know. Maybe heated his tires up. Like I said, I haven't driven these cars enough to know how they act. But I know I drive the next gens more than anything, and I know that the heat in your tires is way more important than the tire wear. Those cars, if you heat your tires up, it's all over the place. If you can keep the temperature down, maintain that temperature, then you'll be doing all right.
Hendricks has opened that door up, and Morris is in hot pursuit of Jesse right now. They both pitted, Jesse at 74, Ed at 75.
I think this one's Davies to lose. He's got 14 to go here.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have to pit. If it stays green, Ed trying to look peek through the outside.
He's got position on him.
He does. He should get a run off this here coming out of 4.
They're going to be side by side down through the tri-oval.
Yeah. Now 2 wide through the quad oval there is not too bad, but 3 wide gets a little sketchy real quick.
And Morris is running at high side right there,
yes,
trying to get the run, and he edged him out.
Now, man, I was trying to run that line in practice, and it's tough. It was tough for me.
Jesse saw what he done, and Jesse's doing it too.
Yeah, but one little mishap, you're in the wall up there on that high side.
Park, even bumping that wall, that has pretty much put him out of any contention for a podium.
Now, Ed has Ed had a win this season? I think he has. Let me go to our point standing here. We got our All-Star race coming up next week. Now, some of these guys are going to be eligible to run in that race. And he does have a win, so he's in the All-Star race. Plus, he's top 5 in points. If he finishes where he's sitting now, he should bump up. A lot of these guys are going to be vying for a spot in the Cup Series next season. So it should be pretty fun next Wednesday for the All-Star race. I believe it's next Wednesday.
It is. Hopefully,
It is.
we'll
Yeah.
get here in time to be able to broadcast it. We may not be able to catch the heats in the open, but hopefully we'll be here in time for the actual All-Star race.
That'd be great. And Davey's just pulling away. I think Ed may have used up a little bit of his stuff trying to catch back up.
Yeah, him and Prius had a pretty good battle going, so
We got 8 laps this time by, I believe. Yeah, if my math is right. 9 laps.
your math was wrong.
Yes, like I said, it's been a long day.
Looking back to the field, we got a nice little, not for position, but three-way battle between the 60, the 1, and the 54. The 1 gets down out of the way, and he lets 54 get on by him. Banks, this is not really normal for Banks. We usually see him up towards the front. I think that restart messed a lot of the hard hitters up, and he almost gets into Tyler. I think Hendricks is just on cruise control now.
He is. He is. I swear. Side that car says 8, but his number's 00. I think that's what's been messing me up. Yeah, he's definitely just on cruise. It's just 0. He's definitely on cruise control. He's got a 1 second gap to P2, so
But the real
all he's got to do is not mess up.
Yeah, that real battle, what it's going to be now, it's going to come down to Morris and Prius right there for 2 and 3, and who's got what left.
I agree. Let's see, what's the playoff structure look like for Arca?
5 to go, and Prius is trying to run that line that Morris ran when he took that position from him.
Oh, Arca's doing a eight cars, so they still got 3 more races after tonight for playoff start for the Arca series. Whereas I believe the Xfinity and Cup this week was the cutoff for playoffs.
Well, there's 19 of them out there watching right now. We're coming down with 4 to go. So I'm going to say something. I'm going to be up at Nashville. I'm going to make this interesting. I'm going to be up at Nashville this weekend. Track me down, find me, tell me relentless racing rules.
Uh-oh. We got Priest looking underneath the 7 car right here, coming through 1 and 2. 7 gonna get that run off the top. He hung there with him though. He didn't give him too big of a run.
This is the battle we've been talking about. But if you're up at the Nashville race this weekend, track me down. Tell me relentless racing rules. I may have a hat for you.
I wish I could be there. That'd be a fun race to go to. I live a little far away though.
He's trying it again. Prius is running that car.
He's got him on the outside now. I think he's gonna have him right here through 3 and 4. I think he's gonna make this pass.
He's trying. He's giving it all he's got.
Yeah.
He can stick it.
I think he's got it. Oh yeah.
And Morris ain't giving him up yet.
I think Ed may have used this stuff up when he was trying to catch the leaders when he come out of pit road there so far back. Oh, look like he got tight going into one.
Yeah, Morris, he held him off as long as he could. Jesse came back and got it.
He did.
Well, it's not over yet. Here we go. Somebody just blew up. Hendricks, Priest, Morris, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, we got Davey Morris, P1, Jesse Priest, P2, Ed Morris, P3. Good race by these three drivers. A lot of other good races too. Brandon Park had a good race.
Park finished out in 4th. He brought right home in 5. Schaefer, after that hiccup restart, he he pulled out a P6. Josh Van Gore got him 7th. Nathan Fuller's going to get 8th. Jason Hastings 9th. Brandon Banks rounds out in 10th. Catlin Downey finishes out in 11th. Christopher Wages 12th. Ed Morris Sr. 13th. Drew Holman 14th. Joseph Nalbett 15th. And Mr. Tyler, sponsor of the Michael Benenati Memorial 150 here at Charlotte, rounds out in 16th. Well, let's take it 1 second. We're going to get them 3 guys up here, and we're going to see how that race went for them.
I'm up. Looking at points here to see what this is going to do for the All-Star race. I think the top 5 that are sitting here right now should be okay. I don't know about Kobe sitting in P2. Everybody get up into that top. No way. No.
If we can track them down.
Got Ed and Jesse and the podium finishers there.
Yank up old Mr. Morris Jr.
A lap later.
Morris, you hung in. You and Jesse had a heck of a battle for that P2 and 3, but he eventually, that last lap, edged it by you.
Yeah, it was fun. He did a good job.
He kind of looked like he took your line and ran the line you used when you passed him. He kind of turned the tables on you a little bit.
He sure did. Yeah, he ran the line
Yeah.
I needed to get the run back on him, and I don't know. That last run, I was just going so hard, man. I probably eaten the right front up on it pretty bad on that last run, trying to catch those guys again and get back to the front.
After your pit stop there, because you came out of pit stop a little bit behind where you went in, and then did you burn your stuff up trying to catch them back after that?
I think so, to a little bit. And Davey, he was just really strong throughout the run, and I think he even might have been a little bit better than me at the end of the run there too. So I don't know. It was a real close field game there toward the end, making it on that just one stop, and I was able to go one more lap than those guys, and I figure, okay, that's a little bit more security. If just in case we'd have to save, I won't, and I don't know if that hurt us or helped us or not, but take a podium.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with a P3. Hell, I'd be tickled pink with a P3 in a race.
I'd just be happy to finish one.
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
Finished clean, didn't get wrecked, so.
Man, I know you. I know your dad's proud, so I know you got those shout outs. I'm pretty sure north south's pretty happy right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anytime we could get a win here, it's always a positive. So congratulations to Davey and everybody at North South. It was a good race tonight.
Well, man, I believe we're off next week. I have to. Arca is. Yeah, Arca's off for the next 2 weeks. Arca will be back on July 13th at
Yeah, I think we got
Phoenix.
the All Star race next week, don't we?
We
The
do.
All-Star race is next week. That is correct.
Absolutely.
And well, you have a win and you're in top 5 in points, so
I'll be there.
see you there.
Um,
Get the vie for a seat in Cup next season. So
Yeah, we'll see.
all right, man, we're gonna send
I'm
you back
always
down
been
to North South, Matt. Talk your head off all night. We can get away with it, but
Appreciate it, guys.
no problem, man. Good race, dude.
well, there's Mr. Jesse. I mean, he put up a battle.
Yeah.
Him and Morris put on a heck of a battle those last 5 laps, Matt. And that was some pretty good, clean, hardcore racing. Jesse, you was able to edge him out, man. You took his line and ran what he ran to pass you. You took it back from him, man. P2, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good
Told
race,
Ed
man.
I couldn't believe I could get to the outside there. He said he was a little late on getting up there, and I didn't think I'd be able to get up there. And
Pulled like the reverse crossover on him.
yeah, I wasn't sure if I could hold it going into one to get it up there in time, but yeah, he said he was getting ready to go up there and didn't do it quick enough. But that was a blast. So I'm not good at saving the right front. I knew I wouldn't have anything for Davey there, but
Yeah, Davey had quite a big lead out there in front of y'all there towards the end of the race. Y'all were kind of battling for P2 there.
yeah, he's a lot better rolling the bottom, and I'm not good with a tight car, and this thing's tight on entry with the lesser fuel. I like a lot looser entry, but it was a lot of fun though. Still a lot of throttle control, and it's a blast.
Well, you fought through it. I mean, you had a few close calls. Now that restart where everything went haywire. You happened to, I believe you might have been in front of that one, but
Yeah, it sounded like it was over to my side and behind me, but not sure what was going on there. I took off real easy on the next one. I was afraid of getting some tire spin, so I don't know if I backed anything up on that one, but these things are a little dangerous on this tri-oval, and old tires are heated up tires, and yeah, it was a little fun.
Got any shout outs or anything? Are you gonna be
Yeah,
running are you eligible for I think you are. Oh,
for the next
the
gen thing,
All-Star race. No,
the
wait,
cup.
you got it. You got to win? No.
They
Yeah, that's
said something about
unfortunate.
top 5 in here, but I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
crazy about that car anyway. I'd rather run the Xfinity car in this, really. But
that's a lot of people, to be honest with
yeah,
you. You missed a bunch of races. You came on late, didn't you?
yeah,
In
I
the
didn't get
season,
here on
yeah.
time. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna thank all the DBR guys. Felt bad for Brandon. He got a speeding penalty there in Banks there coming in that first stop. We were trying to get things lined up so we didn't hit each other coming in the pits, and then he just a little bit over, I guess. Yeah, he'd have been tough to beat up there too, but he's a lot better saving the right front than me. I don't know what happened with Schaefer there, but didn't sound like he had very good luck there either.
I'm not sure what happened.
A lot of fun racing with those guys, and thank you guys for putting on the show. All the admins.
No problem, man. We enjoy it. That's why we're here, man. We just want to give everybody a good, fun, competitive place to race.
Yeah, these things are fun.
all right, Jesse, congratulations on that P2, and you coming in season next sooner. We're probably going to see a whole different where you sitting in the points this time coming into playoffs.
Yeah, be interested to see if I could have got in here a few weeks earlier, but oh well,
You
it's
st-
still been fun.
you still got 3 races. So what is it? Top 8 goes, I think. You got
Yeah.
some ground to make up, but it's the ARCA series, so you never know. You keep running like that, you may jump up there
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, I
quick.
mainly got in because a bunch of us wanted to get into the next league up in the Xfinity stuff next season, but not sure if we'll be able to or what. But it's been a
Let's
blast.
see. You got to run, and don't quote me on this. I believe it is 50% of the ARCA races to be eligible to move up. And I think you're already at 50%. So as long as you don't miss any more races, and drop weeks count for eligibility. So if you do have to miss a race, you should be okay. So you should be fine, I think, if I'm
All right.
looking at the numbers right. Where you at? There you are. You run 6 of 12, so yeah, you're at 50% right now. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
All right, guys.
Hey, brother, we're gonna send you back down and let you and the drinking boys open up a beer and have a good time for that. Y'all done pretty good
Yeah,
and
I
could
need
get
one.
up in the
Need
top
one
five.
now.
You part of that Drinking Bros racing team?
Oh yeah,
All
yeah. Great
right,
group
I
of
like
guys, man.
that. Might have come hang out with y'all sometime.
Yeah, we're great group of guys, man. A lot of fun.
All right, we're gonna send them back down. Matt, you about got that talking. You got that talking about like Joe does. Once you get started.
Sorry, man. Thought that's what we supposed to do up here.
Yeah, we are. We are. We gotta give you. I still ain't got my 100 subs, but we ain't talking about that. But what we're gonna talk about now is Davey. He pretty much just walked away with it.
Wouldn't say walked away. That was a hard fought race for a really long time.
Dave, I think this is probably what your first time in the booth.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
First
Good
time in the
race,
ARCA.
man.
No, I needed some kind of a good run. It's been a rough month or so getting. It's either I've been podium or I've been wrecked, and there's been a whole lot more wrecking than podiums. So I'm happy that I can come away with a win.
Yeah, it seemed like this week went through a stretch there where it was kind of pretty bad, not just you, but for everybody. And then we finally got us a good race here where it was a lot of green flag racing.
Yeah, there were like a lot longer green runs than I thought there were going to be. I thought because the car was so loose out of two, we'd see a lot more self spins, but this series continues to impress me, and it's pretty great driving for the most part.
Yeah, I thought the same things. I was out there doing practice, and I ran a few laps during the race, but during practice, I was like, oh my, this may be like the worst Charlotte race ever. But we started racing, and it was fine. Everybody minding their p's and q's for the most part. It was good.
Yeah, I think we, for the most part, kept our cars under us, had good throttle control, and that's really all it was just trying not to hit the gas too hard, which is to me like my hardest thing to do because I really just want to get back into the gas. But this is probably the most throttle sensitive track I've been to in a while.
Well, man,
Yeah, I agree.
I talk to you about every week in the
Wouldn't say every.
Xfinity.
We
So
No, I mean, I think if that caution would have come out, I haven't gone back to see what happened with Kobe and Morris Senior, but for a long time there were 4 or 5 of us on that first run that we didn't break apart at all. Um, but then I think as the runs got longer and all that good stuff, I think I saved my right front just enough to be able to run the bottom in 3 and 4 when a lot of people seem to struggle with it, and it let me get that little gap at the end that I needed. I'll take it.
Right on.
you know the routine up here when you get that podium, especially you get the win. So them shout outs are yours, man. If you got them.
Oh, I got plenty. Teammates, first of all, both the Morrises, wages. We have a good ARCA team. I really enjoy running with them every week. We watch each other's laps, help each other get faster. North South as a whole, with Matt and Barkley and Simone and Buckley and everyone else that runs it in Xfinity. All the sponsors that put this on, I appreciate them coming on, especially Martin Sports for being the ARCA series, Swag Designs for doing the league overall, all the admins that put it on, because I know it's been a heck of a couple weeks. All the people watching, you guys up in the booth. I think that's it.
You got a couple weeks off from Arca, and I come back at Phoenix, so
That'll be an interesting track with these cars. I like that track. It's interesting, but with how loose these things are, I'm curious how the dog leg is going to go. Whether we use it or whether we try not to, avoid it and not die.
I hate that track.
I don't dislike it. I'm not usually a flat track person, but I don't know, that track has always just been fun to race. The weird the corners are different. It's got the dog leg. It's just unique, and I think I like unique.
Yeah, I can see that with you.
Yeah.
all right, brother. We're gonna shoot you back down and let you north south enjoy that 1-3 finish.
Yeah, we had a good week. I'll take it. More owners points for us.
I think North South got a pretty substantial lead in the team points in ARCA.
Let's hope it stays that way. We still got a couple weeks left, but I mean, me and Morris Jr. have had really lucky seasons for the most part. I think we're up in the top 5. I think Morris Sr. before tonight was in the top 5, and I think Wages was in the top 10. So we're pretty solid. We've been lucky. I would say Wages has had more bad luck than anybody, but he's still in the top 10 in points. So that's something to cheer about.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna send you back down, and I think we're gonna about call it a night. Well, Matt, Arca's out for 2 weeks. There's not too much going on next week. I believe we're gonna have, let's see, double check all the schedules real fast. Trucks is off. I believe Xfinity is off. Xfinity comes back on July 10th. So yeah, the only thing we've got going next week is gonna be the
All-Star
race, and that's gonna be the wild one because it's gonna be at Nashville Super Speedway.
It's going to be at Nashville Super Speedway. We're going to have the top 15 Cup drivers and then the top 5 drivers from the lower series. So we're going to should have quite a bit of people that haven't raced around each other that much. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be 100 laps there, 4 sets of tires, 2 stage breaks, 40 and 80. So if cautions don't play, it's going to be a pretty good 20-lap shootout.
Yeah, it is.
Man, on behalf of myself and Matt, thanks for joining the booth, Relentless Racing League, and SBRN, and a big shout out to McStallion Gaming coming in with that raid. We appreciate that a lot. Don't be a stranger. Get you a follow back on that. We'll see y'all Wednesday night. Stream may start a little late, but we'll try to get majority of it as we can. Until then, Matt, Tony ain't here, but gotta keep it spicy one way or another.
That's right. Y'all have a good one, fellers.